Marvin, the wise old owl, sat high in a tree. It was nearly his bedtime. Owls stay awake at night and sleep during the day. Marvin was a neighborhood watch volunteer and guarded the homes after dark. Though he never slept a wink on his watch, 3 cats came up missing in the last year. Though no one blamed Marvin, it embarrassed him that he hadn't caught the cat burglar. Marvin paid special attention to Mimi. She was the cat who owned the Jones family next door. Mimi had beautiful white fur, and Marvin feared she would be stolen next. Mimi was indoors most of the time, which was fortunate for Marvin and for Bobby the squirrel, who lived in the big oak tree. Bobby had to be careful because he never knew when Mimi was crouching behind the hibiscus bush. Sometimes she chased Bobby while he looked for acorns. Mimi was quick, but Bobby was faster. The squirrel could leap to the tree trunk faster than Mimi could blink. Mimi wasn't in shape to chase wild squirrels. She'd eaten more than she should and lounged in Mrs. Jones' rocking chair too often. In the afternoon, the sun shined on the cushion, which tempted Mimi beyond her ability to resist. So, Mimi was white, long-haired, and fat. Mr. and Mrs. Twibb weren't fond of Mimi either. They owned the house with the red umbrella table. Bobby the squirrel lived behind their house in the big oak tree. Sometimes Mimi chased the beautiful butterflies from Mother Twibb's flower garden. Mr. Twibb sometimes shooed Mimi away when the cat chased the songbirds from his bird bath. A swat with a broom to Mimi's backside would keep her away for only a few days, though. Marvin noticed Robert T. Squirrel exit his squirrel house. It was a nice wooden box that Mr. Twibb had hung in the big oak tree. Robert T., or Bobby as his friends called him, stretched and looked around. "Good morning, Marvin." "Good morning, Bobby. Sleep well?" Bobby sat up and flicked his tail. "I slept great. What a beautiful morning." Bobby scanned the Twibb's lawn and Mr. and Mrs. Twibb sitting on their patio. Mr. and Mrs. Twibb had raised Bobby from a newborn, then released him when he was 13 weeks old. Bobby said, "Sometimes I wish I still lived with the Twibbs." Marvin spied down at the human couple. "It's for the best. You're a squirrel and shouldn't live with humans. They knew you should go free." Bobby asked, "Why is it okay for Mimi to live with humans?" Marvin thought only for a second. "Cats tolerate humans because people worship them." Bobby said, "The Twibbs have a dog. Why won't they let him go free?" Marvin replied, "Dogs can't survive on their own. They're a bit dense." Bobby smiled. "Their dog is a bit goofy. Once I saw him stare at floating dust bunnies for hours." Marvin said, "Exactly my point." Bobby smacked his lips. Those hibiscus flowers next door sure looked tasty. Marvin warned, "Be careful of their cat." "I will," chirped Bobby as he scurried down the trunk of the big oak tree. Mimi was inside the Joneses' house, lying on the rocking chair. She slept in the warm sunlight, while Bobby climbed the hibiscus plant toward the pink flower of his choice. Rarely did Bobby venture into the Jones' yard, and less often did he climb the hibiscus, but he enjoyed the tasty blossoms this morning. Mimi opened one eye. Then she quickly opened the other one. Just a few feet away was a squirrel. Mimi pulled her body into a crouching position. She appeared tight as a loaded spring. Bobby noticed her and froze with stuffed cheeks. From above, Marvin wondered who would move first. It was Mimi. Faster than Marvin could say flat nose, Mimi jumped from the rocking chair, bounded off the end table, and launched toward Bobby. Usually quick to react, Bobby only closed his eyes and clenched his teeth. The loud thud of Mimi's abrupt stop on the glass startled even Mr. and Mrs. Twibb. When Bobby opened his eyes, 4 paws and a wet nose slid down the window. Marvin, usually a stoical creature, nearly fell from his perch laughing. With a hop and a scurry, Bobby was back to his oak tree, clawing his way to his squirrel box. The next time Bobby saw Mimi, she had a round Band-Aid on her nose. Bobby grinned as he sat on a limb in the big oak tree where he lived.